I'm going to teach you how to buy PLS, PulseX, and HEX, and any other coin in the PulseChain ecosystem using the bridge and the decentralized exchange. So if you're brand new to crypto, if you're a first timer, stick around and watch the entire video and pay close attention because I'm going to make it quick, but I'm going to tell you how to do it the right way. So it's actually a very simple 4-step process, and it used to be more complicated, but things are advancing all the time, so it's actually gotten easier for a couple of different reasons. But 4 simple steps. Number 1, you need a crypto exchange account. Number 2, you're going to need a personal crypto wallet. MetaMask is by far the most popular, but I also really like internetmoney.io and Rabby.io. These are also great wallets. Now you're going to want to download these wallets, preferably on a crypto-only computer, all right? Not your mobile phone, because if you're putting a lot of money on your crypto wallet and you're walking around with that on your phone, it's just not a good security practice, right? What if you get robbed? What if somebody steals your phone? People lose their phones all the time. So 2 apps that you got to get. That's it. One is a crypto exchange. I prefer Coinbase, but there's a lot of other ones you can use as well. Any crypto exchange that allows you to buy Ethereum will do. I like Coinbase, so I'm going to use Coinbase in the example. And I'm going to use MetaMask in the example, but again, Internet Money and Rabby, great alternatives, okay? And really simply, you're going to be buying Ethereum on the exchange and sending it out into your personal wallet. Then we're going to bridge that Ethereum into the PulseChain ecosystem. And then finally, step 4, we're going to buy any coin that we want. HEX, PLS, PulseX. I'm going to show you how to do that. Stick around to the very end. We're going to do all that on the PulseX trading platform. PulseX is the name of the primary exchange on the PulseChain network. Now you're going to watch me click through all these steps one by one. So we're starting off at our Coinbase account, right? If you don't have an account already, just set one up. It's easy. I'm sure you've set up an account for something before. It's not hard at all. You can see right here, I've got $45 of Ethereum. So step 1 is you buy Ethereum on your centralized exchange account. I've already bought some Ethereum here. And step 2 would be you're sending that Ethereum out of the centralized exchange account, Coinbase in this example, to your MetaMask wallet. And again, it could be Rabby, Internet Money, whatever. This is what your MetaMask wallet looks like when you download it, when you install it, okay? By the way, you should have backed up your 12 seed words when starting your MetaMask, okay? When you're downloading this MetaMask wallet in your browser as a browser extension for the first time, it's going to give you 12 words. Write them down on a piece of paper offline and store them somewhere safe in the physical world, because those 12 words are basically your ultimate password to all of your crypto money. And if you lose it, or if somebody steals it, they steal all your money. And if you lose it, you can never recover all your money if you lose your wallet. So really write them down. Take the seed words, take all of this very seriously. Pay close attention. Pay very close attention. When you have an account, it's going to look something like this. This 0x number up here with a long string of letters and numbers, this is your public address. This is your crypto address, okay? Everybody has a crypto address, and they all start with 0x in the Ethereum and PulseChain world, all right? Now you're going to copy this to the clipboard. See when I hover over it, click copy to clipboard. It's going to say copied, okay? And again, what we're doing, remember, is we're buying Ethereum on Coinbase, and we're sending it out into our MetaMask wallet, our personal self-hosted, self-sovereign wallet where we own our own keys, and we can basically do whatever we want with it. Meaning, Coinbase is only going to offer you a couple of tokens on the homepage. Whereas if you get the money off of Coinbase into your personal wallet, you have access to all the opportunities of decentralized finance. And you could buy all types of coins like PulseChain, HEX, and PulseX. So we go to send and receive. Look where my mouse is. Click here and then click on, well, we're going to send 0.005 Ethereum. That's about $18, okay? And we're going to send it to, and look really closely right here. Make sure you select the Ethereum network. Now, gas fees are a little high, so it's going to cost you $3 to send a transaction. It's not terrible, but it's only going to get higher, which is why people are migrating from Ethereum to PulseChain in the first place. This is only one example of the fees that you're going to see more of, okay? So the fees are getting higher and higher on Ethereum, which is one reason people are, rushing to get off into a cheaper, faster blockchain. So click Ethereum, all right? Now we paste that address from MetaMask into here. Now make sure it matches up. So it ends in 3B3. Let's go double check on MetaMask, okay? Yep, this one ends in 753B3. So let's go check here. At the end, it says 753B3. Yep, so these addresses match up. Click enter. And now we can preview the send. Click preview send. And it's going to say, do you want to send $17.60 worth of Ethereum? Remember, that's 0.005 ETH to this address. This is your address right here that we're sending it to. Remember, the MetaMask address. Say, yes, I want to send that. So with the gas fee, it ends up being $20. And you also have to enter your 6-digit code. If you are using, the Authenticator app on your phone, you enter your 6-digit code from your phone, okay? A lot of people have done this before. This is called 2-factor authentication. highly recommend that you set up two-factor authentication. Some people might have it, some people might not. Let's just assume I do this right here. I'm not going to do it now. And that I've sent the money into my MetaMask wallet. Well, within probably under 10 minutes, you're going to see the Ethereum show up right here. So you can see right here, I have already funded my MetaMask wallet by doing the process I just showed you with 0.03 Ethereum. That's $108 worth of Ethereum today. And we're going to be bridging this Ethereum now from the land of Ethereum, the blockchain network of Ethereum, into the blockchain network of PulseChain. You can think about Ethereum and PulseChain as two different computer networks, okay? They're two different blockchains, and that's why we need a bridge to connect the two. So a lot of people have their money on Ethereum where the gas fees, the transaction fees are very high, and they want to bridge it into the better, the land of PulseChain, the country of PulseChain, where on that blockchain network, fees are usually, 1 penny, maybe 2 pennies at the most. And that's one of the biggest problems that PulseChain is solving. That's why people want to migrate all their money over there, because there's a lot cheaper fees, all right? So every transaction on Ethereum will cost, anywhere from $5 to $100 even more sometimes, depending on what you're doing. Transaction fees are otherwise known as gas fees. You're going to hear people say gas fees and transaction fees. Every time you do a transaction on the Ethereum network, you have to pay a tiny little bit in the form of the native token. What does the native token mean? The native token on Ethereum is ETH. The native token on PulseChain is PLS. Okay, now people also bet on these tokens that they're going to go up in value. But the lesson here is that every time you send a transaction on Ethereum, you have to pay a little bit of that whole transaction in the form of Ethereum, in the form of ETH. Okay, that goes to all the node validators. And same thing with PulseChain, except on PulseChain, even though you do have to pay a tiny little bit in PLS, the fees end up being much, much cheaper, over 1,000 times cheaper sometimes on PulseChain than on Ethereum. So what's the next step? We're going to head on over to bridge.pulsechain.com. This is bridge.pulsechain.com. You're going to see this. Now, a lot of people get scared and say, I don't understand what this link means. Don't worry about it. If you're going to the right website, make sure you're on the right website. Make sure you're on bridge.pulsechain.com. Make sure you're not on a phishing website. But once you get here, it's totally fine to click the IPFS link, okay? IPFS is basically just a decentralized version of the internet. It actually makes the code more secure because it means that this page can't be taken down by any potential censorship. Or if you want to be extra secure, go ahead and run the bridge from your desktop. If you have a Windows computer, click Windows. If you have a Mac computer, click Mac. You just download these, okay? You look in your downloads folder, then you can open up the instructions from the README file right here, click the text file, and go ahead and open the WordPad, and you can follow the instructions here. They're very simple instructions, okay? Anybody can do it. Don't be scared. Do not be afraid. It's really, really easy. But again, this is the safer method, downloading it, or this is the easier method. It's just clicking this IPFS link. And again, be confident. It's okay. All right, it's okay. We're going to click this over here. All right, now this is going to open the PulseChain bridge. This is where you flip-flop networks. This is where you send funds either from Ethereum into PulseChain or go back out from PulseChain into Ethereum. If you want to flip-flop networks, click this switch button in the middle. Okay, so what happens if I switch the direction of the bridge? It's going to switch networks. And I highly recommend you do this once or twice just so that you can add the PulseChain network to your MetaMask account, okay? Let's say I do this right now. MetaMask is going to pull up and it's going to say, would you like to add a network to your MetaMask account? Because the PulseChain network isn't added by default. By default in MetaMask or most wallets, they're just going to show you the Ethereum network and you have to add the other networks. So it's really easy. The website does it all for you. You don't have to do any work at all. Just press the approve button. So remember, we click the switch networks button, okay? Then we click the approve button. And now you can switch from the Ethereum network to the PulseChain network. And you could say, yes, I'd like to switch network. Click that button. Now, when you open your MetaMask wallet, look what happens. In the top left corner, right here in the top left corner, look where my mouse is, click the drop-down menu and you can switch networks, okay, from all these defaulted networks. Basically, all we care about is switching from Ethereum to PulseChain. Now, for the example, let's go back to Ethereum because remember, we just bought ETH. We just bought ETH on Ethereum, right? Now we want to bridge that ETH from the network of Ethereum into the network of PulseChain. So let's go find that ETH in the drop-down menu. Click on the drop-down to search for the ETH. Here's all my ETH. I've got 0.03 ETH. That's about $100, right? And now it finds my balance. It tells me I have 0.03. Let's say I want to send 0.005. Well, actually, it's saying I need to send a minimum amount of 0.018. So let's do the minimum of 0.018, okay? I'm sending 0.018 Ethereum into the land of PulseChain, and I'm going to click send, and I'm going to click send again, and then my MetaMask is going to pop up automatically. I'm going to have to pay this really high gas fee. Look at how high the gas fee is. It's $42. That's not a problem with PulseChain. That's a problem with Ethereum, okay? The fees on Ethereum are extremely, extremely high. And that is why a lot of people don't like it, okay? $42 just to get your money from the expensive network into the cheap network. Now, you're only going to have to do this once as long as you're staying on PulseChain. But if you want to put money on, that's why a lot of people do bigger chunks of money at one time. See, me only doing $100, I'm actually paying $42 of that $100 in gas fees, and it's really outrageous. So my total, with the 0.018 ETH plus the gas fee of $42, it's actually $95. Really not ideal. Really not ideal. So you would click confirm, okay? You'd click confirm right here. You have to pay the high gas fee. There's no way around it. And once you confirm that in your MetaMask wallet, you can always go up on the transactions tab up here on the top, click on transactions and see the progress of your pending transaction. So transactions from the bridge are going to take about 30 minutes to up to maybe 1 or 2 hours at the most. So you got to be patient and you got to wait. You can see in my past transaction history, I've got bridges mostly from Ethereum into PulseChain, and I've even got one going the opposite direction from PulseChain back to Ethereum. So you can bridge in both directions. You're going to have to wait for its 96 block confirmations, which really ends up just taking about half an hour. So read this part down here, guys. Estimated time to completion is 30 minutes. I hear people saying, where's my bridge? Where are my funds at? You just have to be patient and wait a little bit. This is normal. But again, because you're a first-time user, so you're bridging Ethereum into PulseChain, and make sure you save some Ethereum in your wallet for future gas transactions. Because if you want to bridge in again, you're going to have to pay another gas fee if you want to do this at a different time in the future. So a good rule of thumb is always leave some leftover ETH in your wallet for transaction gas fees. Same with PulseChain. Always have some leftover PulseChain in your wallet, some PLS, to pay for gas fees. It's the same concept with all these blockchains, okay? Now, the cool thing is that once your transaction goes through after 30 minutes, you're actually going to automatically get 1,000 free PLS tokens sent directly to your wallet. And that's going to happen automatically as a first-time user because there's a bot out there that's noticing whether or not you have initial gas. So this bot will notice if you're a first-time user, and it'll send you 1,000 Pulse for free just so that you're actually able to move around and navigate and do your first couple of transactions. So that's step 3, right? We do the bridge. We bridge from Ethereum into PulseChain, and we're sending ETH from Ethereum into Pulse. Now we go to app.pulsex.com, and this is the primary decentralized exchange. That's what DEX stands for. This is a decentralized exchange because there's no company behind it. There's no middleman behind it. Go to app.pulsex.com. Same concept here. You can either run it from your desktop, that's more secure, or you could run it from IPFS, that's more convenient. So we're going to click on this button here again, and it might prompt you to switch the network in your wallet. So we're going to go ahead and say, yes, switch the network, because remember, we're still on the Ethereum network. Our MetaMask is still connected to ETH. Now we have to have our MetaMask connected to Pulse. So just allow it to switch networks. It's really easy. It'll add the network for you. And you can see I've bridged in already 190,000 PLS. You, as a first-time user, you should have 1,000 PLS sitting there waiting for you if it's your first time. And assuming it's your first time, you're going to want to trade for your first trade. So we scroll down, all right, and we find wrapped ETH, okay? And you're going to have however much ETH you bridged across, and you're going to trade that for PLS. Now, PLS should be your first trade. If you want to buy HEX, if you want to buy PulseX, if you want to buy anything else, there's hundreds of coins in the ecosystem over here. You're going to want to make your first transaction buying Pulse, because again, you always want to make sure your wallet is padded with enough PLS to pay for future gas transactions. So the first step would be, let's say you bridged over 1 Ethereum. Maybe you want to trade 0.25 of that Ethereum for however much PLS that's going to give you. So now we just wait until it gets the best price, and it's going to tell you the price. Now, I don't have any ETH in my wallet, but that's how you would do it. And again, you should have that 1,000 PLS to pay for the gas fee. Now, after you've got some PLS like me, like I've already got 190,000 PLS. Now let's say I want to buy HEX. This is the HEX on the PulseChain network, okay? This HEX over here, that's the old HEX from the Ethereum network, okay? We're focusing primarily, people are focusing their energy on HEX from the PulseChain network. A lot of people are buying PulseX, sometimes even INC. There's plenty of other things that you can add manually, but for the basic beginner, if you want exposure to the PulseChain ecosystem, the main core coins to focus on are PLS, PulseX, and HEX. There's plenty of other options, but for now, that's all we're going to focus on, okay? So let's say I want to trade 10,000 PLS for PulseX. I wait until it gets to the right price. You probably got to wait about 5 or 10 seconds, all right? Then you click swap, click confirm swap, and you're saying I'm trading 10,000 Pulse for 21,000 PulseX. Confirm the swap. It's going to pull up your MetaMask wallet automatically, all right? And look at the gas fees over here, guys. 1 penny. Probably less than a penny. It's probably rounding up, all right? So we go down here, we click confirm, and that's how you do all your trading. Now, you might be wondering, why don't I see my coins in my wallet? Well, on MetaMask at least, the coins are not added by default. You need to add the coins manually. So when it says add PulseX to MetaMask, you're going to want to click this button to make sure you actually add the token into your MetaMask account. See right here, I'm adding the 20,500 PulseX that I just bought into my wallet. Another way to do that is all these coins down here, they have a little Fox button, okay? This Fox button where my mouse is, that's the button to add the coin to your wallet. So let's say, WBTC, I don't have that in my wallet right now. Look at my wallet. Look at all my tokens. All right, I've got PulseX, I've got HEX because I've added them manually. But I don't see wrapped Bitcoin in here. And if I did have wrapped Bitcoin, I would just go ahead and click on the Fox icon. So if you're saying to yourself, why don't I see my token in my wallet? Click the Fox icon, add the token, open your wallet again, and it's going to be right there. See? So if I delete PulseX from my wallet, if I hide PulseX, you're not actually deleting the coins, you're just hiding the token. If I want to add it back again, I click on PulseX, click on the Fox icon, and then it's going to go ahead and recognize all my balance. Now when I open my wallet, there we go. 42,000 PulseX and 180,000 Pulse. Now it's the same thing if you want to buy HEX, right? Just switch this to HEX. Make sure you're clicking on this HEX with the blue and red circle around it, okay? This is the newer HEX. It's got more utility because you can actually stake it because the gas fees are lower. This HEX from Ethereum right here, this is the old version of HEX. So just be careful you're not getting those two confused, okay? This HEX, the price of this one's about 5 times higher than the price of this one. They're different coins with different prices, okay? So click on this version of HEX with the shiny circle around it. Okay, that's PulseChain native HEX. Say I want to buy 10,000 PLS worth of regular HEX. Again, we wait till it gets the right price data. Click swap, click confirm swap. MetaMask will pop up automatically. Just wait. And 1 penny gas fees, click confirm. And now you can add HEX to MetaMask as well. I like doing it over here so that I actually get the logo. And there we go. So that's how you buy PulseChain, guys. 4 simple steps. Get an exchange account. Get a personal wallet. Use the bridge and bridge your coins from Ethereum into the PulseChain network. Then you can buy whatever you want on PulseX, the DEX, the decentralized exchange. Now, really quick, the most important part, just to recap, the 2 apps that you need are an exchange account. Now, I see people asking, do I need Coinbase? No, you don't need Coinbase. Any exchange will do. Some other popular ones, if Coinbase isn't working in your country, for example, Crypto.com, Gemini, Kraken, these all work fine, but you don't want to spend too long on here, okay? If you're a first timer, you want to buy some Ethereum and then get it out onto one of these wallets, all right? Now, if you're a second time or third time customer, right, if you want to buy more and you've already got ETH in your wallet, remember, you always need to save some ETH in your wallet for gas, but a cheaper route for subsequent times could be just buying USDT, USDC, or DAI. These are all called stable coins and they're all worth $1. So in the future, if you want to buy, USDC on Coinbase, they actually have really cheap fees for withdrawing USDC off of Coinbase. So you could buy some USDC here and then go ahead and send that off into your wallet next time. And then you would just bridge it across on the bridge by, instead of selecting Ethereum, you send your USDC coin across the bridge. So if you want to change assets, you click the drop-down menu, click USDC over here, or Tether, USDT is fine. DAI is another very popular one. Stablecoins or Ethereum. Bridge them across from Ethereum into the PulseChain network, and you'll be able to buy whatever you want on the PulseX trading platform. I hope you found this valuable. For a beginner user, this is the step to buy PulseChain, HEX, and PulseX using an exchange to your wallet, to the bridge, to the DEX. Like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, and if somebody's confused about how to buy PulseChain, how to buy HEX, how to buy PulseX, send them this video. I'll see you on the next one.